Hey guys, the one and only Captain Rendrag here, and welcome to another edition of Halloween on Military Street. And today we are going to be visiting downtown Providence and Fox Point. Now, the area that I picked, the street, Westboro Street, is actually one of the oldest streets in Providence. Some of the remaining buildings are not there, of course, and a good portion of them that you see there were constructed in the early 1850s. And before that, 1827. So early 1800s into mid 1800s was the range of the buildings in there. A good portion of them are Victorian houses that have either been one thing or another, from homes to banks to you name it. It's had all sorts of jobs to it. But the one that is important right here is the one that I have right here on this picture. And it is the Customs House of Providence. And it is the first federal custom house of Providence. She is pretty old. And inside this building would be the office for everything from post office to courthouses to even customs inside there. So I'm wondering, this is around the same time, and I'd have to look into this, if this would be the courthouse that Mr. Dorr would visit to try to get the start of it so that people that didn't have land could vote. It's quite possible this is the area that is related to, and I'd have to do some digging for that. When you go down the street, one of the really coolest things over there is the arcade mall. No arcade in there, so don't let it fool you. But it is the oldest indoor mall in America. Is 1827. It still has quite a few shops inside of there. Most of it restaurants, so not too many. Like, there's a unique oddity store in there. There's a couple other things inside there as well. But other than that, it's kind of a ghost town. Not too many people know it's there, and it's sad because I think it could use some livelihood put inside there. Maybe a museum or some other stuff that is of interest for the city. What's inside there is just like they just put stuff in there to put stuff in there. And some of the restaurants may be good. I haven't tried them yet, but I think there's an overabundance of restaurants and not enough actual stores in there. So that's just my opinion. Now, you go down this street, you'll see a lot of artwork on the outside. One of the facades is being held up with some really heavy-duty I-beams over there. You'll see that as well. I can't go to the other side of the facade because it's got a picture of someone that looks very familiar to someone I used to date. So I don't want to go over on that side. I don't want to take a picture of that for right now. Maybe down the road I'll take a picture and show you guys. But right now I'm not up for that. But yeah, there's the facade right there. You can see the I-beam holding it up. And some of the older, there's a Hyatt there that's not old, and some of the other stuff's old. But prior in front of that is the Amica building is over there. One of the first skyscrapers is on that street as well. You guys call it the Superman building, whatever you want to call it. It is the oldest skyscraper. She's over there. I've taken pictures of her as well on top of this. She is actually getting turned into housing, and as well as affordable housing for Rhode Island, which is good. Taking that historical structure and putting it back inside there. But talk about these buildings as the walls could talk. I guarantee you on the dark side, the flip side, there are some heavy-duty ghost stories inside of here. It's actually not that bad to walk this area. It's kind of cool during the summer, and you can see some of the old cobblestone streets up in front. That's kind of cool. And then it goes into the modern stuff. And the street is very, very small to begin with. So take a chance. Go check it out.
I smoke a cigar. I pray to get the dark. I smoke a cigar. I pray to get the dark. I smoke a cigar. I pray to get.
Welcome back to Halloween on Military Street, and here we are visiting Fox Point, a very artistic area. If you guys like paintings and drawings, definitely, I highly recommend this. There's a great park in there for the kids. There's a splash pad in there during the summer. It's all free. The library is awesome on that street. Definitely go check that out. That's a pretty cool one. It's not as cool as the other one, but it's still pretty cool. And I got a whole episode I'm going to do on the one in Providence and a couple of the other libraries in there as well. This is a unique area because it is actually the original harbor side for Providence. The harbor that you see now is not the original one. This is where a lot of the goods came in. It's also the said landing spot of the one and only Roger Williams. And in 1939, the 300-year anniversary, they put a marker on what was said to be the rock. And you know how I feel about said rocks. I think people got rocks in their brain and they say someone landed on it and they know it's that rock because that's the one they remember. I don't think so. Well, a lot of rocks look the same unless they painted at that time when they landed on it. I don't think so. But it is nice to have a monument down there showing that Roger Williams did land there. It was heavily occupied by the natives prior to that. And the turn of the century, it is one of the largest ports for the Irish, the Italians, the Portuguese, and of course, this area would be the largest import, or I mean, not import, but the largest area where the Cape Verdeans would come in through, the largest population coming in through that area as well. Now, like I said, it's an art area. It's very pretty down there. Go check that stuff out. Check out the monument. It's what park is it down in? It begins with a G, but it's down there in that park. It's on the bottom of the street. You'll see it over there. It's across. It's called Gano Park, and it's right across from a Dunkin' Donuts. So get yourself a coffee. Go over and visit Mr. Roger Williams' landing spot. Quite a bit distance away from where his housing would be, which is up in the central of Providence as well. But yeah, definitely go check that out. And I could guarantee you guys that because that area was a port, that the pirates had an intake inside there as well, especially around that time where it's heavy transport of rum, slavery, and goods. So it's part of the tri-part, so the pirates will be down there. They would have done business in that area and would have definitely been waiting to Shanghai people into servitude or rob the vessels when they got outside that port. But that is the area, the first port of Providence, Rhode Island, not the one you see now. So you guys go down there, like I said, check it out. Take the kids to the park. Really cool. It's got a little fox on the fence and everything. Great artwork like you see up here with the swans. It's really a good time, and there's a lot of stuff to see. There's a record store on the street, and there's a lot of art stuff as well up there. On the beginning of the street, there's an art supply store as well, and some great restaurants on the bottom of it. So definitely go check that out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. These are some two cool spots to check out in Providence. And we will get into some more, and I'll get into some more of the creepy stuff down the road. I know you guys want to hear that, and Providence is full of the creepy stuff. So we definitely would get there, being the home of not only H.P. Lovecraft, but a hanging point for the one and only Edgar Allan Poe.
All over. You could have slipped a good old roofie into one of his drinks when he was down at the bar. But no, you could have tripped him, made sure he fell in the river, then had one of the police officers rescue, and as they were going in the car, taser them all. But no sign of you. Yet he still walks, and I'm still stuck down here. I'm starting to get very angry, and starting to think I should hire some new talent. If you don't get done what you need to, you are replaceable.